Afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Hybrid Driven. Hey, today I wanted to talk about hybrids versus plug-in hybrids. Because you know, I have the new Toyota Prius, the redesigned 2023 Prius, coming any day now. It's driving me nuts. I can't wait. I'm very impatient. It's already been probably a couple of weeks or something like that since my technically third order on this car. I'm confident that I'm going to get this one. By the way, it is the limited all-wheel drive version, so it's right below the Prime. And speaking of the Prime, I was a bit ignorant when I first started this quest myself. I didn't realize that the Prime was a hybrid plug-in and what that really meant, I guess. I thought it was like the Tesla. You had to plug it in to charge it all the time, but that's not true. The big difference, really, is that it has more combined horsepower and a longer range than the lower trim levels. So, which one's the right one? You know, for me, I continue to think about this. I think I may have talked about it in a recent video, but I am more and more convinced that the hybrid plug-in is the way to go these days as opposed to a fully electric vehicle. And that's only because, one, we don't have the infrastructure, in my opinion. If you have a fully electric, and I've seen people that have had to do this, they kind of have to get on the screen if you have a Tesla, and it will map out where a charging station is, so you have to find it, you have to go to it. These days, you have to hope that it's actually working and that there aren't a bunch of other people already there, and you either then have to wait or map out another one and go somewhere else to hopefully charge up your vehicle. And then there's the time commitment. You know, I mentioned I'm impatient, and I am, admittedly so. I don't want to sit at a charging station for any longer than I have to, really any longer than it takes for me to fuel up via the old dyno fuel, right? So it's kind of a no for me right now until at least we get to a point where it's pretty close. Doesn't have to be right dead on, but pretty close to the time that it takes to charge up a normal vehicle, a gas-powered only vehicle. So that in mind, the hybrid is the way to go because you don't have to do that. You've got range as far as the electric motor goes, and then switching over to the gas-powered engine. By the way, did you know there's a difference? An engine is gas-powered, a motor is electric-powered. Took me a long time to figure that out. I don't know why, and I still mess it up sometimes. I think the term has become, or terms, almost interchangeable today, but engine is gas, motor is electric. Now, range-wise, got to talk about that, especially when it comes to the Toyota Prius. The non-plug-in version, just the regular Toyota Prius, will give you about, they say 4 miles, 4 to 6 miles, something like that. But I've seen some testing recently on the Prime version, and they ended up getting almost 6 miles more than it's rated for. So we're going to go with about 10 miles, electric only, on just the hybrid version, and that's assuming it's all the way charged up, right? Meaning the regenerative braking system has charged it all the way up. Now, on the Prime version, they're rated for, I believe, around 44, I could be off plus or minus, but 44 miles. The testing that I saw yielded 49.6 or 7 miles, something like that, before it switched back to gas. So we're going to call that 50. So you get about 10 miles on the non-hybrid plug-in and 50 miles, that's a heck of a difference, on the Prime hybrid plug-in version of the Toyota Prius. Now, I did a little bit of research. I got on the web, and of course the numbers vary wildly, but what the average commute is for someone who drives back and forth to work every day. I happen to work from home, so I don't have to do that. But the average was somewhere between 15 and 20 miles. So, given the non-plug-in hybrid, obviously you couldn't get to work and home on just one full charge of the non-plug-in. You'd have to burn gas. However, on the Prime version, you could get to and from work with just one charge because it yields, again, going by the test I'd seen, about 50 miles. So if you've got a 20-mile commute, you're going to burn off 40 miles of electric. Then you get home, you plug it back into the wall, or one of those higher speed plug-ins, if you will, stations, if you've opted to go for that. For me personally, I think if I had the Prime, given my driving situation, I would probably just plug it into a normal wall plug. Now, that takes, I've heard, anywhere from 10 to 12 hours, something in that range to get a full charge. So, assuming that you get home at least 12 hours before you've got to go do it again, go back to work, you would be able to fully charge the car overnight at your house. Now, it's interesting, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a lot of electric plans out there now that let you pick free periods of usage time. I know you can choose one that allows free usage from like, I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock at night until 4, 5, 6 o'clock, whatever, in the morning. That means if you get your car home and get it plugged in, let it charge overnight, you're not paying anything for that electric, and you're not putting any gas into it either. So driving that scenario, I suppose, of the Toyota Prius plug-in version would be free. You would never have to spend any money on electric or gas. Now, a little caveat to that, you want to keep gas in the tank, of course, right? So you should burn through that tank, I think, at least once a month, maybe twice a month, because you don't want the gas to go bad, so that in this situation where you do need the gas, you're not going to cause problems in your engine. Other than that, that's it. So really, for about, it's an 11-gallon tank, $3 a gallon, $33 a month, let's say, give or take, you can drive a Toyota Prius Prime. $30-some a month. Let's say 30 times 12 is $360 a year. That is pretty darn good. Not to mention the fuel economy that it gets, somewhere between 48, 49, and 54 miles per gallon normally. So you're getting excellent gas mileage, very low, if any, fuel costs. I wonder if it's possible to drain the tank all the way, never put any gas in it, and just drive it solely on electric if your commute and usage is less than that 50-mile charge. Wouldn't that be cool? You'd have a hybrid version, keep the gas out of the tank so it doesn't go bad, although I suppose it's probably good to run the engine once in a while anyway. I mean, you want to keep everything lubricated, keep it going, so probably not the best of both worlds. I guess if you're looking to go that route, the Tesla or some other fully electric is probably the way to go. Anyway, just wanted to get on here, talk about that. I think in today's environment, with the technology and everything that we have, the hybrid or even the plug-in hybrid is the way to go. You still have to have some sort of option to burn gas in an engine to get you out of a pinch or not have to solely depend on electric charging or electric usage like you do with the Tesla. Leave a comment. Let me know. What do you think? I'd be curious. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.